Okay, I'm going to make this video here about this TESmart HDMI KVM switch. I had no idea these existed until I ended up getting in the neighborhood of, I have basically 4 computers now, and I ended up with all kinds of difficulties trying to get them hooked into this monitor, only being able to use one keyboard, one mouse. I had multiple keyboards, multiple mouses. And I still couldn't get them all hooked up. It was still a kind of a pain in the Budinsky. So I was looking around, and this came up. And what this is a switch of sorts. And if you look at this little devil here, what this shows you is, let me get to where you can see the whole thing. This shows you a little bit of how it gets hooked up. Let me scroll this down just a touch. Oops. Like that. So you can see you basically have 4 computers up in here. Okay, these 4 computers up in here on this point. And then you have one monitor, one keyboard, one mouse, and a set of speakers if you like. There's also a USB port you can use that if you put something in there, all of these computers will be able to see that USB port. So that was the deal. That was how it's supposed to work. Now, I actually have it hooked up over here. Here is the little rascal right there. Okay, it's not very big. I just have it sitting on top of my tape deck here, which is kind of obsolete, really. But you know, here this guy is, and you can see you got the 4 lights right in here. Those 4 lights indicate you got 4 computers hooked up. This light right here indicates that we're currently viewing computer number 1. Okay, so that's the deal. So I'm going to kind of go in the back now and kind of show you how this thing hooks up. And don't be too freaked out by all of the cables, because a lot of them have to do with other stuff. But here are the 3 computers. Okay, you can see here's computer number 1. Well, this is the global computer. This one here is Lone Tree. And this one here is Resolute. And you can see like the Resolute has a spot for an HDMI outlet and a USB outlet. And that would go directly, if you follow this into the switch, which is back here. I'm going to pull it forward now so you can see it. And now you can kind of put some light down on this too. So now you can kind of see, oops, oh, sorry about that. You can kind of see how all the wires go into it, from the back. All of these are HDMI and USB cable inputs from the computers. You got these guys here, which are your USB to your mouse and your keyboard. Okay, so I'm going to shove this forward now. Okay. There we go. So, in some cases, like if you don't have the the HDMI output, like Lone Tree did not have one. So, when you go over to Lone Tree, what they ended up having was this is called a projector port. Okay, so you got to get a cable that goes from the projector port to an HDMI outlet on the other end. Then, of course, you use the USB cable. Then good old in Global only had a VGA output. So you get a VGA output right there, and that goes to an HDMI on the other side. And then over here on Global, on the other side, you had to get a USB cable to go out from the other side too, because it's got to have both USB and the video cable. And now that you see how it's all hooked up, let's just see how it works. So here's how it would work if, in fact, you're just sitting at your keyboard and you actually have 2 hands, that you can use. So I got something else holding my camera up here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to hold the function key down. We're going to hit scroll, then scroll lock. Then we'll hit number 1. And the computer changes over to the this is my personal computer, my Macintosh. Okay, my mini Mac. So there you have that guy. So you would hold the function button down, you hit your scroll lock, then go to 2. And this is your second computer, which is in this case Resolute. Again, scroll lock, go to 3. And this is the computer for Lone Tree. Okay, so you can go to Lone Tree and look at what's going on there. Then you go scroll lock, and you go to number 4. And this is in global. And here's your computer for in global. So that's pretty cool, I think, and it works just really super cool and groovy. I have not tried the common USB port out yet to see, but I think it's going to work pretty cool. You just stick the USB port in the switch, and any of these computers will be able to see that drive. That's what they claim, and so far everything has worked out as they said. So there you go. GoPro, stop recording.